Chris here from Dirty Rooster Off-Road, and we finally got our JEMCO Pro XP box. This is what I originally wanted. It took them a little bit longer to get them manufactured. This is a brand new product for them. So, hey, if you can find one, you're a lucky person. So, because this didn't come in quickly enough, I had to do what I didn't want to do and get the Polaris OEM boxes. Not a big fan of these. I'd rather have one large cargo area than two. After using these for a few months, I'm more than excited to get this in the Pro XP. So some of the differences are, first of all, these two boxes with all the attachment hardware weigh 22.5 pounds, so 22.5 pounds. This box with all the attachment hardware and everything is 26 pounds. So it is a little bit heavier. But it's made of a really nice material, and the benefits of the box are gonna outweigh the weight increase. So a couple of the other things that I want to talk about is, you can see here that these are the lock and ride holes. Guess what? These are outside. So anybody can pull these boxes out and walk away with them. Another thing is, these latches are not lockable. And why would they be lockable? Because the lock and ride is right outside where anybody can unlock them and just walk away. That's the great thing about JEMCO, and what we liked about our XP2 box is you have locks here. These are locking latches, which are great. And then inside are the lock and ride connectors. So these lock and ride connectors, nobody can get access to these unless they get this lid open. So first, they've got to cut your locks. And most times, you know, where we're riding, nobody's gonna mess with anything anyway, you would hope. But they're certainly not gonna mess around with trying to break a lock. This box does have more volume than this one. I don't have it off the top of my head, but I'll throw it in the video when I get it. I wouldn't have bought these if this was available, but here it is. So let's get it in the buggy. So we're going to go ahead and get this box installed. You can see here we have the OEM Polaris tire rack on here. I was worried that we might have to loosen the rack, you know, move it around to get the box in. The OEM boxes are pretty tight getting in with the tire rack on here. But I'm very pleased to say that we can get that giant box in here without removing the tire rack or loosening it. What we do have to do though is just disconnect these struts. So they just have a small clip on them, and so we'll remove those clips, and then we'll pull these struts off. And what I've done is I just took a piece of wood that's 8.5 inches. You could probably go a little bit longer, and I'll wedge that in between here and here to keep this up when the struts are disconnected, and the box will go right in. If those struts were just maybe 1/4 of an inch longer, this would go in no problem. But I'm really happy. The struts come off easily. There's no drama with the clips. So we're gonna pop these off. I'm gonna put my wedge in here, and we're gonna drop the box in. All right, so we can see here's the clip that we're talking about. We just pull this clip off of here. Do not let go of it because it will fall into the bed, and we'll pull it out. So that's it. I'll throw that in my pocket. We're going to do that on the other side, and then we're going to throw our strut in there. All right, so here's the opposite side. This clip goes the opposite direction. A little tough to do this with one hand, but you can see you just flip that open, pull it out. There we go. I'll put that somewhere safe. Now you can see here, you might want to use something to pry this with, but I can normally do this. When I have two hands, I can just pop this off with my hands. So I'm gonna grab the rack and just take a little bit of tension off this joint, and then I'm just gonna pop that right off. We're gonna rotate this up out of the way back here. Then we're gonna do the same thing over here. All right, rotate that up out of the way. And then here's the piece of wood that I made, and I'm just gonna stuff that right in there like that. So this will hold it up to the maximum extent so that I can get the box in. The rack does have stops on it. So at first I thought, well, I'll just take the struts off and rotate it all the way up. Yeah, it won't rotate all the way up. So that's why we need this piece of wood. Let's get the box. All right, so we got the box. Gonna put it up in here like so, and we're gonna tilt it. Oh, there's my strut. I'm dumb. Okay. So we're just gonna tilt this box up like this, and then boom, it falls right in and might crush my hand. But that's about it. And then you'll have to sort it out a little bit, you know, kind of maneuver it to get it to line up with the holes for the lock and ride connections. And then once you get this all lined up and you get it in the lock and ride holes, then you'll just flip these down. And you may need to adjust them a little bit so that they fasten really tightly, but that's pretty much it. It's just these two connections. Lock it down. It does fit better than this once we jostle it a little bit, but I'm going to take it out again yet before I finalize the install. As you can see, I'll take this out, drop this down. You can see here what kind of room we have left. So there's plenty of room, and certainly enough room once you once you lift the rack to get in here and get to all your stuff. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Make sure you smash the subscribe button, hit the alerts bell so you know what's coming up next, and we'll talk to you next time. Dirty Roosters out.